Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and another James Cott puzzle today. So James is kind of challenging medium difficulty normally, but you just never know what you're going to get. So, and it's Fog of War. Fog of War is always entertaining, and that's why it's our latest big app, although there's a new one coming soon. But Fog of War is our latest big one, and since then we've had the Worms, so do check out our apps. They're fantastic. The Worms, including by Michael Lefkowitz and Fistemafel, absolutely brilliant substantive Sudoku puzzles which lead on from one to the other. They're really interesting takes on that genre and very reasonable value. Of course, Patreon's great value. For $2 a month you can get the Sudoku monthly hunts, all the connections video, all the crossword videos. Unbelievable value, really. Loads of content. And this month's hunt put out more flags, very popular. Loads of people having a go at the flag-based puzzles and finding them quite tough. There's a bit of crunch in some of them, so do give it a try. See how good you are, if you like, at the variant Sudoku. There's also SVEN'S SUDOKU PAD linked under the video, and the first link, however, is to Singles and Doubles by James Cott. And I'm going to go through the rules now. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. The grid is covered in fog, as you can see. Not completely, but a large percentage of it. I would like to say about 79%. That's a random guess. Right, placing correct digits will reveal clues in the surrounding 3x3 area. So if we get a correct digit here, all of these will clear. It's the normal fog. The digits 1 to 9 appear on both marked blue diagonals. So, oops, I didn't quite get it right. That's one diagonal and will contain the digits 1 to 9. There's no repeats, therefore, on one of these marked diagonals. Oh, much better at drawing the second one. And the digits along an arrow sum to either a single-digit number in that arrow's circle or a two-digit number reading left to right in that arrow's oval. Well, forgive me if I end up calling these pills. You could say that oval is more precise. But actually, the shape isn't quite oval because of the straight sides. Anyway, that's my reflections on ovals. And I do think they are pill shapes, and maybe there's a Latin word for that I can't remember. Let's have a go at this puzzle. You can try it on that first link under the video. The video length will be some sort of guide to how difficult it is, although you have to factor in me being a numpty sometimes. Let's get cracking. So this central box is where I'm going to start. I was just saying at Stratford at the weekend that one of the great things about fog is that although you imagine that covering half the grid in fog makes the puzzle harder, it actually directs you to where to think rather than giving you sort of all sorts of things and you have to choose what's important. Here, you get told, right, what is important is the totaling in the middle box. I'm going to share a secret with you. You may know it already, but if you do, bear with me. The sum of every box is always the same. It's the same as the sum of every row and column. They all have 1 to 9 in. They all add up to 45. So the sum of this central box is 45. Now, these arrows and pills, we can deduce exactly where they are. That's a pill, clearly, because we were told that they're two-digit numbers. And this is its full arrow because they're clearly that and that are both going into this cell. So yellow is a two-digit number, which is the sum of the blue cells. So that is a 1 or a 2 as the tens digit of the sum of those. Now, this arrow, it can't be a one-cell arrow. And therefore it must continue after there. Although we haven't been specifically told that arrows don't cross pills, I think we can rely on the fact that they wouldn't. So this arrow must turn down to here, and that arrow obviously also goes into here. So we've got a three-digit arrow there, adding up to that digit. And this time we don't have to worry about the tensness. In fact, if we had 2 complete arrows and 2 complete circles, it wouldn't be possible because of parity. That might, if I can just work out the maths of this, that might tell me whether this is a 1 or a 2. Right, bear with me while I just try and think this through. It is going to. So what I'm seeing is that these 3 purple add up to orange. So that's 2x. Whatever orange is, x. This area is 2x, which means it's either going to be 12, 14, 16 or 18. The minimum orange can be is 6 because of these being all different. In fact, that's 1 or 2. So now these have to be 1, 3, 4 at a minimum. So orange is 8 or 9. This area, this 2 by 2, adds up to either 16 or 18. So this area adds up to either 29 or 27. Now, what's going on? The blue digits add up to a total that is this units digit plus either 10 or 20. So there's, okay, the way I'm going to look at this is that the value of this digit, if it's a 1, the value of it in this sum is 9 plus the digit itself, 1, because its value in that equivalence calculation, in that equation, is 10. If this is a 2, with its value being 20 in the equation, I think we've got the evenness problem again, because the difference between 20 and 2 is 18, which is even. So if that was a 2 for 20, and this was, say, a 1, actually, okay, I think I'm right about that parity thing, but it's getting a little complicated to articulate it. So what I'm going to fall back on is that this can't be a 2 for Sudoku reasons. This number would have to be 21, 23 or 24, the maximum for 3 cells. It can't be 23 or 24 because these cells would have to involve 9 and 8, and that would break this cell in the box. And it can't be 21 because if you used 2 and 1 here, you couldn't put either of them on this arrow. So that must be a 1 for perfectly solid Sudoku reasons. And there we go, we clear some. Now, we can still do the equation though, because that 1 has what were these? These added up to 29 or 27, depending on what's in here. Oh, hang on. Let's do Sudoku again. 1 means this arrow is 2, 3, and 4, and that's a 9. Oh, that's just totally straightforward. Right, now the digits we have left are 5, 6, 7, 8. But if we throw 10 in to 5, 6, 7, 8, we get the equation that we're looking at for how yellow equals blue. So 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 26, plus 10 equals 36. Divide that by 2, and the number in the pill is 18, I believe, with 5, 6, 7 on the arrow. And there we go. That is the central box. And I have made quite lengthy hard work of that. Right, this arrow, what is its maximum sum? 9, 8, 7, 6 are the maximum digits you could put on it. They would add up to 30. The problem with putting 30 in a pill is it involves a 0. So we can say they don't add up to 30, therefore they add up to either something beginning with a 1 or a 2 if it's a 2-digit number, and we can't be a 1 there, it must be a 2. Ooh, that's an interesting arrow with a single circle. I don't think I can do much more on this one at the moment. I can take 2 out of that cell by Sudoku. I'm going to look at this arrow. So the minimum for those 3 is 1, 2, 3. The minimum for this cell, and this arrow might continue somewhere, is a 1. So 1, 2, 3 plus 1 is 7. This digit is at least 7. Now, what can this be? Can it be, it can't be 2, obviously. Can it be a 3? Yes. If this was 1, 2, 3 plus 3, then that would be okay. It can't be any higher. So that's a 1 or a 3. Oh, there's a 7 looking, 5, 6, 7 are looking at that cell, so it doesn't have a 7 in. Now, okay, the other feature of this line, it's got to have a repeat digit. Could it be a 3? It can't have a repeat 2. If those were both 3s, we could have a 1, 2 here, and that would be 9. If that's a 1, there's a 1 here. Ah, there's always a 1 here. That's interesting. And it's going to clear fog. Right. There is a repeat digit on this line because 1, 2, 3, 4 add up to too many. So there is a repeat digit. That repeat digit is going to be in this cell and in one of these two. If the repeat digit is a 1, it appears here, and because of this digit, it appears here. So those would both be 1s. If the repeat digit is a 3, then the line is 3 and 3, 2, 1. Because of that 2, this would be a 2, that would be a 3, and this would be a 1. So this is always a 1. Ah, right. Oh, I was going to write 2, 3, 4 on that. That's nonsense. 1, 2 are there, and it's a pill. It's a pill in which the digits can't add up to, ooh, they can't use both 9 and 8. So 976 is the maximum, which is 22. This can't be a 2 or a 1 by Sudoku. So that now can't be at the maximum 22 or 21 or 20, which would use a 0. That must be a 1. And now this digit is a 3. And now we know all about this arrow, and we can put 3 and 2 on it and 9 in the circle. And that's gorgeous. Off we go. Right. We can probably finish off, maybe finish off this. Oh, that 3 is looking down here. We get a 4. I'm now suddenly not sure we can finish this off. This digit is 5, 6, 7, or 8. If this was an 8, these 3 add up to 18 in that circumstance. They could be, or they can't be 5, 6, 7 because of this crew looking at them. Ah, look, this is a naked pair. It sees, this is a rare beast. It sees 1, 2, 3, 9 in the box, 5, 6, 7 in the column. The only 2 digits remaining are 4 and 8. So they must be there. That's now not an 8. These are from 5, 6, 7. I still don't think that's helpful. So I'm going to focus on this. 12 plus... Well, this is about parity now. If you had 12 plus an even digit, 6, it would end in an odd digit here because the 6 would be gone as availability. That doesn't work. If you had 12 plus an odd digit, that couldn't be even. So neither of these can be 6. That's probably the slow way of doing it. But anyway, 12. So one of these ways round will work and the other one won't. 12 plus 7 is 19. That's the way that doesn't work. 12 plus 5 equals 17. That way it does. Right. This isn't too difficult, actually, James. This is quite unusual. 5, 6. I mean, so far, I'm about to get socked in the face, I've no doubt. Right, we've got this pill. Oh, this pill has a 2-cell arrow. They can't add up to more than 17. So this tens digit is a 1. Ooh, there's a new arrow. This I don't know. It could be anywhere from, well, it can't be a 2, but anywhere from 3 to 7. Oh, it's not allowed to be a 4 on the diagonal. 13 we could achieve here. 6, 7, 15 in 2 ways. 16, no. 16 couldn't be done because this can't be 7 or 9. 17 could be done. So that wasn't very useful. I'm going to look at this one now, where this arrow clearly takes in those 3 and that. So again, it's a 1 cell total. We've got a repeat digit. The repeat digit is on one of those cells and there. And it can't be 1 or 3. The repeat digit must be a 2. So that's a 2. And one of these is a 2. There's a little X-wing on 2s there that's going to put the 2 in row 4 in one of those cells. Now, these are going to have a 1 on as well as a 2. Because, although this doesn't have to be 9, these are either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4, and that's 8 or 9. So it needs a 1, and the 1 can't be in this box, so these two are a 1, 2 pair. This digit is 3 or 4, and that is related to this one. They're either both lower out of the pair of possibilities or higher. Now that 2's on the diagonal, so this central digit is a 3. That's 3 in the spotlight, in the middle of the puzzle. That didn't clear fog and it panicked me, but it's in a position where it couldn't. That 2 does clear fog. This can't be a 1. That 2 is looking at this cell. That's cleared all the fog in box 4. 1, 2, there's a 1 somewhere over here now. Now this adds up to 26, and that is known. 26, does it have to have a 9 on the arrow? No. 8765 would work. But that wouldn't work. Here's an interesting point. Where does this digit go in column 3? Not in box 7, because that is a 3 or a 4. Well, no, because it's in box 7 already, sorry. So it can't go there. Must be on this arrow. So now we know the arrow is not 8765 equals 26. Now we know it's got a 9 on, which can't be there because of this. So the 9's in one of those 2 cells, and this digit becomes an 8 in the same box as the 9. And now this is a 3. This can't be a 3. We're either adding to 15 or 17 here. This can't be a 3 and is a 2 now. And that's cleared a new circle. Interesting. Unexpected. I don't think I can resolve this cell yet. Maybe the diagonal? I don't know. I can't see how to do it. Still, I have to make this add up to 26. I know there's a 9 in it. Now I know there's either a 3 or a 4 on it. So if there was a 3, 9 plus 3 plus 8 plus 6, this would be 8. This would be a 9, 3, 6 triple. If there was a 4 on it, 9 plus 4 is 13. Could be 8 plus 5 or could be 7 plus 6. Oh, was that impossible for either of the things? No, I don't think so. Okay, I don't know quite what the next step is. I mean, it's a pity there were 2 possibilities if there was a 4 on the arrow. Oh, Sudoku says there's a 3 in one of those cells. Good Lord, that's just easy. 3 there, 3 there, 3 there, force that. Right, now there's a 9 and a 3 on the arrow. The other 2 cells add up to 14 without using a 9. They're 8 and 6. We definitely know the order of those. It's not clearing any fog because that's all cleared here. But now this trio down here is 4, 5, 7. This trio is 6, 8, 9, I think. This trio is 4, 5, 7 left in the box. And that didn't do quite as much as I was expecting. Right, let's have a look along the rows. We've got to place a 1 somewhere here. This can't be a 4 on the diagonal, so it's 1, 5 or 7. So what's going on the diagonal? If that was 5 or 7, it would be in a pair with this, and that would be 6. Oh, there'd be nowhere for 1 on the diagonal. Right, it's an overlap between where does 1 go on the diagonal, which is one of those 3 cells, and where does 1 go in row 3, which is one of those 3 cells. The only common place is there, so that must be the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are higher digits. I don't think I can really attack them. That 1 keeps 1 out of this cell and into one of those. I haven't really thought about this arrow yet. I know I see it carries on to here and it must go further, but I don't know which way it's going to go. Right, we've got 4, 5 and 7 left to place in row 3. Never scared to over pencil mark things. This digit sees 813 275. I thought I'd eliminated something else. No, I haven't. That is 4, 6 or 9. I think the diagonals are doing some of the work now. I just need to work out what it is that they're doing. 2, 6, 9, 3, 4, 2, 1. And now I immediately stop looking at the diagonals because that's the way my brain works. And start looking at other things. There's a 2 somewhere down here. Oh, are we going to get an overlap? Yes, we are. It's just as we had that 1 overlap between that group and that group. I think we've got a 2 overlap. On this diagonal, 2 must be in one of those cells because it's missed the diagonal in boxes 1 and 5. So 2 must be in one of those cells. And in this row, we've discovered it must be in one of those. So that's overlapping in the corner. And that's a 2. And that reveals this arrow. Now, we've got to use the diagonal for this arrow. We've had 1, 2, 3, 8 go. So we need 2 more digits that are 2 apart, because that's the difference between them, from 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Oh, there's loads of possibilities. That's annoying. Either this is 4 and this is 6, or this is 5 or 7 and that's 7 or 9. I thought we were going to get a handle on that one. Right, is this row helping more now? Or maybe keep thinking about the diagonal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 still to place. It's not that helpful. In fact, generally in the puzzle, 1, 3, 2, 8 have gone in quite handily a lot of the time. And it's the other digits I'm struggling with. Oh, that can't be a 2. I see that now from this. 8 is in one of those cells as well. 1, 2, 3, 8. Let's see if there are any more giveaways. Now, 3 is up there, but it can't be on the diagonal. I was wondering if we were going to get an overlap situation again, but no. 3 is in one of those off the diagonal. That is 6, 8, or 9. For some reason, I'm not going to mark that up. Now, 1, 2, 8, 3. Or, no, I was looking at this row. Don't know why. It doesn't look like it's very helpful. Ah, 1 can't be in those cells or those cells. So the 1 in box 9 is in one of those 2. And one of... no, that doesn't do anything. Sorry, not sure what the next steps are. 2, 4, 3, 1. These are from... Oh, where does 2 go in this box? It's in the top row and it's not there. Oh, this is a 2, 3 pair now. That might prove fruitful. This digit is 2, 3, 1, 7, 5, 8, 4, 6 or 9, just like its partner there. This one can't be 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5 or 7. I am marking it up now. I don't know why I didn't before. That is 6, 8 or 9. What can I do with this 2, 3 pair? That was a bit of a discovery. Oh, if 3 wasn't there, 3 would also be in one of these cells. No, I don't know. 4's been on that diagonal, but it hasn't been on this one yet. So 4 is either in one of those or down here. Oh, maybe I can eliminate things here. Yes, 4 can't be there. That's important. 4 can't be here because this pair has to add up to at least 15. That actually means 5 can't be here either. Oh, this is big. This is big. This is important. Right, 4 is now an X-wing. There, it's in one of those 2 cells, and here it's in one of those 2. That's going to use up the 2 4s in row 8 and 9, and this digit cannot be 4 now. The significance of that is that 4 on this diagonal is now forced to be in one of those cells. We don't quite have the overlap situation we were hoping for, but it means 4 can't be in these cells, and I'm thinking that that might lead to a deduction that we can actually use. I'm not sure. And it doesn't, and that serves me right. Right, I need to think about this again. I don't know, there's nothing else I can do here. This is why the optionality on this arrow stopped me eliminating these other things earlier, because 15 could be even 6 plus odd 9, even 8 plus odd 7, and 17 could be even 8 plus odd 9. There's lots of possibilities. And there's no digit. Oh, 7 must be used there somehow? No, that's not true. It could be 1, 5, 6, 9. Gosh, that didn't work at all. 4 is in one of these 2 cells. Oh, there's another X-wing. Good Lord, X-wings all over. 4 there and 4 there use up the 4s in columns 8 and 9. Then 4 in column 7 has to be in one of these cells, which doesn't actually resolve anything, but it feels like it's getting a lot closer to resolving something than anything else has. I don't know. 1, 8, 2, 4 have all been confined here. So the other cells that we haven't marked up are definitely from 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Is there anything I can do with that? I don't think so. This is getting sticky at the back end, isn't it? Right. That stopped being able to be a 6 at some point. No, yeah, that is what happened. No, it stopped being able to be 4, so this can't be 6. Oh, there we go. So there's a 7-9 pair, and that digit is now a 5. And that doesn't resolve this. But everything else in the row is 4, 6, or 8. That 5 takes 5 out of those cells. Is that all it does? No, it's on the diagonal. So it takes 5 out of that cell. And can't be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all done on the diagonal. This is from 6, 7, 8, or 9 as a consequence. Oh, we're not done here. One of these 2 is a 7. So 7 is used up on the diagonal and can't be there. But this is now just a chocolate teapot triple. Useless. 8, 1, 3, 2. One of these is a 7. The other one is odd. What's that going to leave up here? If that's a 5, we've got 7, 6. This would have to be a 4-9 pair. That would put a 6 here, 5, 7 here. If that was a 7, that's the alternative. This would be a 9. These would be from 4, 5, 6. I don't know. That's not really getting it done again. Again. I mean, there are other little things, like 7 on the positive diagonal has to be in one of those 2 cells, which automatically rules 7 out of going there, but I wasn't particularly trying to put it. Wow, there must be a way through. James leaves breadcrumbs, that's my view. 2, 1, 3. If that was from 6, 8, 9, this would be a 4, 5, 7 triple. Oh, there's this thing about diagonal puzzles as well. These 4 digits always have to be all different from each other. Yeah, that's quite interesting. If that wasn't a 4, this would be a 6, 8, 9 triple. And that digit would have to appear here. That would make this a 6, 9 pair and that an 8. And 8, I don't know, 8 would be in one of those cells. That doesn't quite do anything. It's close, it's close. If that was a 4, oh, I've got this as a 6-9 pair. Oh, that is quite interesting. This digit is 4, 5 or 7. Is this right? Have I marked this up right? Yes, it can't be a 4 because of the diagonal. Ah, right, 4, 5 or 7 here, but it can't be 7, which has to be in one of those cells. So that's 4 or 5 now. Now, if this went 7, 9... Oh, it felt like that was good, but I don't know what it did. Did it do anything? If this is a 5, that's a 7. This digit has to be here, so that can't be 7 either. This digit being in this triple has to be there. So there's a 7 in one. Yeah, the 7 in this row has to be out on the right hand side somewhere. Oh goodness. 4 or 5. That feels like it was a cell I didn't know anything about. It's on the diagonal. It feels like it matters. If that's a 5, this is 7, that's 9, this is 6, that's 4. Five, 4. This would be a 6-9 pair. Okay, what if this was 4? That would be 4, one of those, that, got a 4 there. One of these two, one of these two, one of these two, that would be 4. Thrilling, isn't it? Okay, if this was 4, there are quite some ramifications in this row. We'd have 5, 7, 2, 6. That 6 would make this a 5. That's fine with a 4 there. No, hang on. 4 here makes that a 5. This fails. This fails in quite a complicated way. Okay, lovely. 4 here in purple makes yellow into a 5, which makes that 7, this 6, and that 5 as well, in a sort of 3-step chain. But that being a 5 puts a 5 there, and then you've got 2 5s on the negative diagonal. So that purple digit can't be 4. Does that mean this always can't be 5? No, it doesn't. It was dependent on the forcing of that to be 6. So it's just that this digit can't be a 4. So this digit is where the 4 goes. Oh, and there's an arrow. There's an arrow we weren't expecting. Right, that is a very helpful arrow. So bye-bye colour. Done your lovely job. Now, is this arrow 2 cells or could it be 3? The only way it could be 3 is if this was a 1-2 pair, and that with a 1 to follow up, which couldn't actually arrive from anywhere, and that digit can't be 1 or 2 either. So it's a 2-cell arrow with a 1 on it and a 3 on it. And now we've placed 8 in the box. That's not a 4, so 4 is in one of those 2 cells. This 8 is taking 8 out of a couple of cells in the final column. The 3 is fixing the 9-3 pair here. Now we're going to need a 9 down here. Come on, this must have done everything. 1 is placed in box 9. It's there. That fixes 3 and 1 in box 8. That 3 needs a counterpart in one of these cells. Oh, I'm sure this has done it. Come on. Come on, Mark, just follow through on the ramifications. 1, 8, 3, 4, 2, 7, 9 are here. I mean, it did so much, and yet maybe it's not over. The fat lady has not limbered up yet. 1, 3, 2. That can't be a 4. We know the 4 in the box is in one of those cells. Still can't believe this 15 arrow has not got resolved. What about the diagonals? Did anything change on those after this latest activity? 8 is now in one of those 2 cells on this positive diagonal. That means that 8 can't be here. Again, not somewhere I was trying to put it. Eight in box 3. This might have been available for a long time. Is in one of those. No, it's only since we got that one. Is in one of those 2 cells. So that's a 4, and that's an 8, and that 4 sees the diagonal, and that's vital. This is going to finish it. So we get a 5 there. 4 on the diagonal has to be there. This is 7 and 9 and 6 to finish the diagonal. That finishes the central box, which has an impact on the other diagonal. We can take 7 out of that cell. That 7 finishes the 7 in box 4. This is now a 6-2 pair. This is a 5-7-9 triple with no 9 there, no 7 in the next cell. Okay, come on. That has become a 4 since we got the 5 in row 2, column 2. That's 5. This is 7 now. Yeah, this is getting things done. That is 6 or 9. 8 is in one of those. Look at this diagonal again. 2, 5, 4, 3, 7, 1. Everything else is 6, 8, or 9. 5, 2, 3. Well, these are from 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, goodness. Can this be 9? Otherwise, it's on the diagonal up here. Okay, let's have a look at this box. 9, 7, 1, 2. 3 there, 4 there. This digit is 5, 6, or 8. Oh, there's a 7 here that has fixed that cell. And then this fixes this cell. And now this 15 arrow is finally done. That digit is a 4. That's not an 8. This is now a 4, 6 pair. That's not a 6, therefore. This is not 9. Is it still the diagonal? I don't know. I can't finish it off. 9, 7, 1, 2, 4, 6. These are from 3, 5, 8. Ah, there must be more to it. Sure, this whole diagonal is complete, the negative one. It's all done. Right, there is just Sudoku going on here, and I just can't spot it yet. 2, 1, 8, 3. What is this? 5, 2, 3, 1, 4, 8. It is 6, 7, or 9. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being dense here now. Oh, hang on, that digit. Let's colour this a bit. Let's make that pink. That's here, therefore, because that one is the alternative, like blue. This is pink. Now, pink has to be in one of those 2 cells, because that digit is not a candidate. And then one of those 2. Still don't know whether it's 6 or 9 based on that. Okay, should I be tracing light blue around, or is that not? It doesn't seem as helpful. Pink needs to be on this diagonal. You see, that's suddenly useful. It's got to be there. goodness, how colouring sometimes comes in when you're not really expecting it. So pink is a 9 because it needed to be on the negative diagonal. There we go. 9 there, 6 there, 9 here. That's not 9. That's not 9. This isn't 9 either. 9 is placed in this box. That's probably all the 9's suddenly done. Yep. And this 6-8 pair is looking at this cell, which has to be 3 or 5 accordingly. Useful, not. So can I do this column suddenly? And I just can't realize it. 1, 9, 7 are done. No, everything else is a chocolate teapot sextet, which is a very rare beast. This digit is 6 or 7. That's a chocolate teapot quadruple. Every one of them has 2 possibilities, and they all just push on into the next cell. Oh, I know there's something really easy to see, and I'm just being dense. I'm sorry. That is the way it goes. Oh, I was trying to get rid of the colour, and I've totally failed. Right, there we go. No, I just need to think of what's going on. There couldn't still be a Y-wing left, could there? Okay, this column, worth a study. 4, 9, 1 placed. I mean, there's two cells in that column with 3 optional digits. Just feels wrong. Can I colour 6s against 8s? Does that make any sense at all? Gonna try it. Purple there, orange there. That's orange. This can't be purple or orange. I mean, I'd worked that much out before on my own. Oh, and they both need to be on the diagonal. That's not helpful. No, the colouring trick worked once and it won't work again. Oh, is it blindingly obvious? Fours and 2s are largely done. 3s, again, just 2 pairs left where they could go. 5s. Wow, I can't believe that one of these works and one doesn't. One of the, I mean, as in one of these dispositions of 6 and 8 in the coloured cells. Why does one of them not work? If purple was 8, it would be there. Oh, well that's really simple. If purple was 8, so if that digit was 8, 8 would be there. The 8 in column 8 would have to be here, and that's on the diagonal again. So that purple digit is a 6. Didn't need it to be coloured, just needed to look at it and think about it. But those 2 are now 8s, and this is going to finish the puzzle. That is a 5. I mean, I keep making predictions about what's going to finish the puzzle. I'm eventually going to be right, because we keep nearing the end. That obviously is not an 8. And now we are surely. That 3 fixes the 3, 2. That fixes the 2, 6. That fixes the 4, 6. That fixes the 4, 5. This 5, 7 was resolved by the 5 we got below, and then we put in a 7 and a 6. It's a lovely puzzle. It's very much James Cobb. That's taken me 40 minutes in the end. I never felt like it was anything really hard to get your head around. But it was a beautiful flow throughout it. Very clever, James. Good fun. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Absolute pleasure to be with you on the channel. I really hope to see you again soon, because it's just such good fun bringing you these variant Sudokus. Thank you for watching if you do. And I hope to see you again. Bye for now.